after that 2008, it went so fast because he totally grabbed me like his little brother. You see what I mean? Rkelly took me like his little brother. Though I recall times he would ask me questions. How's your family back home? So he would ask me personal questions about my family. Your family, how many people in your family? How many kids your mom had, and things like that. So we became like, we'll go to the gym. It will take me with him, and I will have his bag. I will always have his bag, his jewelry, his thing with me. And some of the people around him hated that. They didn't like it. So I mean, and after that, in early 2009, so I was going through that was the time I couldn't, I had like a balance at school, so I couldn't go back to school the next semester, the next year. And I'm like, I'm gonna take a break or whatever, and I'm just gonna work and just have fun and try to make some money so I can go back to school. And then at the parties, not at the parties, because I used to not at the parties. I used to come also during barbecue times, during the day barbecue, and I would talk to him. He's like, John, how's your school going? He was always concerned about my life. I was like, school is good and whatever, but I'm not going to school this year because I gotta work and just find some money and go back to school. And he's like, okay, what are you doing this year? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, by the way, I want to ask you if I can jump on a tour with you. And he's like, you know what? Yes, come on. Yeah, he asked Tom, the manager, put him on, so he's on he's going on tour with us. And that's when in 2009, I think, September 2009, I jumped on a tour with them, Ladies Make Some Noise tour. So we started going on the tour, and I think a week on our road, and we are at the gym, and we were talking, and he asking me questions. You want to go back to school next year? I'm like, yeah, King, because I call him King R&B, King of R&B.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to school and things like that because my mom is worried and everything. So I wish I could, I'm gonna make some money or whatever and things. And it's like, okay, you want to work? I'm like, yeah, I can. If I can do something on tour, I will do it. He's like, okay, you're gonna be my assistant.
Okay.
Which means you're gonna be with the manager. Wherever I do, wherever I go, you will be with me. Okay. So meaning that there was the manager and there was me. Okay.
Who was the manager at the time?
The manager at the time was a white guy, Tom. His name is Tom. I remember Tom. So, and we were every day together, Tom and I. And he told Tom, I want you to teach John everything. Whatever you do, show him. So I mean, I think I saw it kind of like, maybe he's got some visions for me and everything. And he told Tom, I want you to do something. Get with John and call his school, ask them. That's what amazes me until today. I will never forget it. Forget it. I will never forget what Rob did for me. He told Tom, call his school, whatever balance he has, because he has to go back to school next year.
Oh.
Whatever balance he has over there, call his school, and I'm gonna pay for it. We pay for it.
Aww.
I swear, on the death of my parents, he paid off my school, the balance that I had. He paid off the balance that I had. That's how good he is. See what I mean? And for me to hear my family's calling me, whatever, what is he going through or whatever, I'm like, no, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. And I went to him, and sometimes I go to like even a month ago, I went to Sam, and we were talking like, King, it's gonna be okay. I'm here. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm always around trying to tell him it's gonna be okay.
That's good.
Yes, and yes, he paid, and I was like, oh my God, really, King? He's like, yes, no, that's not no deal, man. You gotta go back, do that shit, but make sure you finish that school. You see what I mean? And yes, and we went on tour, and yes, and Tom did the thing, paid off my balance that I owed in school, and a part of that, I'm always thinking about it if I'm done with my school too, because I'm an engineer and I'm a scientist, okay, and that's because of him too. So yeah.
Well.